Hey there, ukers. Your uke sage here. Today we are going to learn some strumming methods, some right hand technique for the ukulele. And this is a supplement video to the ebook that you can find at yourukesage.com. And specifically, the page that I'm talking about is the strumming rhythms page, where I show you just about every strumming rhythm that you're going to find, or variation of it, in rock and pop and country and that sort of thing. And this, what I'm going to show you right now, is an actual technique, how to think about strumming, the methodology, all that good stuff. Okay, so check out, if you haven't already, go to yourukesage.com and get the ebook. It's going to help you a ton with what I'm showing you here, because I'm just showing you kind of a few bites, if you will, of that whole bit. Okay, so first off, what I want you to do is take your left hand, or whatever your fretting hand is. If you're left-handed, then your right, it would be your right hand. But your fretting hand, this guy, and I want you to take your left hand, or your fretting hand, lay it as light as you can on the strings, to where when you do hit the strings, you get this real percussive sound. Right? You've heard that before. This new song that's out right now, they do that in the beginning. Hey, Soul Sister. Okay, so there you go. So lay your hand on the string as light as you possibly can, so that you get this sound. You don't want this sound, or this sound, or this sound, or that sound. Okay, lightly lay them on there like that. Okay, right, and you're just gonna, for the whole technique of this, lay it like this, lightly. Not even worrying about chords right now. Okay, right hand, or strumming hand, you can use a pick. Most uke players just use their index finger like this, or their thumb. I don't like using my thumb like that. It seems kind of awkward. So I like to use my index finger and the nail on it, like that. Plus, it's kind of like holding a guitar pick, and I'm used to doing that because I'm also a guitar player. So it's going to go something like this. When you're listening to music, let's back up one step for a minute. When we're listening to a tune, our foot naturally, I should say, there's a natural beat to every song. So, and your foot will usually tap like that in a song that has a beat. Okay, so like, for instance, if I'm playing this blues tune here, if I'm going like you can hear my foot. That's a natural beat. Okay. Some people, you're going to get this right away. Other people, it's going to take you a little bit of time, because maybe you haven't thought about music like this. But there's kind of like this natural heartbeat, if you will, that goes throughout a tune. And if you can't grab a hold of that with your ear, and that's a learning thing, so it may not come to you right away. But if you don't take the time to learn this process, you're probably not going to strum very well, because you need to feel that internal beat. Okay. And it's a learned thing. I've worked with hundreds of students, and I've seen them be terrible at it in the beginning and actually really master this. Okay, so it's learned. All right, so you got a song with this kind of beat. That's called the downbeat. Your foot is hitting the ground on the downbeat. So you can hear me doing all these things differently on the ukulele here, but my foot is consistent. Bam, bam, bam. Whether you're tapping your foot or not, something needs to be consistent for you, either in your mind, or you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Something needs to be consistent so you know where your downbeat is. Okay? Now that we know what a downbeat is, we need to talk about the upbeat. The upbeat is when your foot comes up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on the ands, that's the upbeat, right? And it's exactly halfway through the beat. Okay, so one and. So those ands are called our upbeats. Now on that strumming method or strumming technique document that I mentioned in the ebook, this is denoted by numbers. The numbers are the downbeats, and the pluses or the ands, or the pluses are the ands or the upbeat. Okay, so numbers are always the downbeat, ands are the upbeat or the plus sign. Okay, so to start off, we're going to do this very simple rhythm. It's going to go like this. It's going to go just downbeats. So again, left hand's muting right here, and you're going to strum just downbeats. So here's the beat: 1, 2, 3, 4, and just go. 2. Okay, so we know that's real easy, right? Now, if you notice, your hand is strumming down on the strings, and it's also passing by the strings on the way up, on the upbeat. The upbeat in this case is and. So you can see my hand going past the strings on the and, but it isn't hitting them. That's called a ghost strum. So you know this technique already. You can do this real basic strum I'm doing. You understand this concept already because you're not hitting the strings on the way up. Now, and you're doing that purposely. So if we want to hit them on the way up, we're going to do this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? If you can play that, which you just did, then you can play just about any rhythm. Well, you can. I mean, you can play any rhythm in the world. It's just a matter of learning that specific rhythm. But this doesn't get any more elementary than what we're doing here. Okay? So now, most beats aren't that straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you could do that, but most of them are going to have little dropouts. Like, for instance, you might hear like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. That's a real common strum, okay, and one that I end up teaching a ton in lessons because it's probably the most common rock / pop / country rhythm that there is. Okay, so let's do something a little bit more simple though. Let's do like what you're going to do is you're going to strum down on the 1, strum down on the 2, and then 3 and 4 and. Okay, sounds simple, but a lot of times what people do is they'll go 1, or maybe they would go like 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and you can see that my right arm, my strumming hand is not consistent. Well, you want a consistent no matter what you're playing. So if we were to play this, you should go 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Make sense? And so when you're practicing this, start off slow and then increase in speed. And you can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes on it, doesn't matter. You're learning, okay? So now let's do one taking an upbeat out, because if that's simple, taking an upbeat out is kind of throws a curveball into it, okay? So let's say we're going to taking a downbeat out. So let's say we're going to go, we're just going to do every upbeat and downbeat, we're going to cut out 4. So it would sound something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so for the 4, your hand is going down, but you're not hitting the strings. Okay, sounds simple. Try it with me. If you get it, great. If not, just keep rewinding this part and try it. Here we go. So every note but the 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 speeding it up, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and Okay, you get the idea. If you can do that one, then you can do some of these more difficult ones, okay? Which we won't be going into today because there's just not enough time. We're running out of time. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe so that you can grab up all these yummy videos on your ukulele. Go to youruksage.com, get the ebook. It's going to show you tons of things on your uke to make you a hero. And yeah, go practice. Keep checking in for more videos. Thanks for tuning in. Your Uke Sage out.